All right, students, so what we're going to look at are, once again, some word problems to determine the part and the whole in those word problems, but we're also going to now solve them. So you might remember some of these word problems that you saw yesterday, where we just identified the part and the whole. So we're going to do the same thing, but again, we're going to actually solving them. So Mallory has $5 in her wallet. If this is 10% of her monthly allowance, what is her monthly allowance? So this is something that I thought of that might help you. Now, let me make it a little bigger and let me make this line smaller. So I'm going to draw a circle, or if you want to draw a square, if you want to draw a star, or if you want to draw a triangle, I don't care. Draw something. So you've got the part and the whole. Notice that my part is smaller than my whole. When I'm using a proportion to solve these percent problems, your part is always going to be your numerator, your whole is always your denominator. And again, this is just showing that two equal ratios or two equal fractions are equal to each other. Now, I've got $5 in her wallet and 10% of her monthly allowance. That is 10% of her monthly allowance. I am not looking at 10% right now. Right now, I'm trying to figure out $5 if it's my part. Why? Because 10% is a percent. The percent goes over here. I know exactly where that percent is. I'm trying to determine, is this $5 the part in this problem or the whole? Well, let me look at my question. What is her monthly allowance? So if it's asking me for her monthly allowance, what she gets for the whole month, that's what I don't know. That's what's missing. My part is $5 because that's only part of what she gets for the month. So now that I know that 5 is my part, my whole is X, and there is my 10%, now I can solve the proportion. Now here, Ms. Ellis, I can't multiply 10 and X and get a product and get a number. I know. So now this time we're going to multiply 5 times 100. And that equals 500. And now the number left over is my 10. And I'm going to do 500 divided by 10. And again, if you don't know, use a calculator, but I'm going to use my zeros knowledge, and that's 50. So that means she has $5 in her wallet. That's only 10% of her monthly allowance. Well, what does she get for the month? She gets $50 for the month. Let's look at another one. The memory card on Melcher's digital camera can hold 400 pictures. Melcher used 24% of the memory card while taking pictures at the family reunion. How many pictures did Melcher take at the family reunion? So I'm going to do the same thing. I want to draw a little circle for my part and a big circle for the whole. Again, 24 is the percent. I can go ahead and write that there because I know what that is. 400. Let me look at the question. How many pictures did Melcher take at the family reunion? It's not saying, it's asking me how many did he take. It's not saying that he filled up the camera. It's asking how many pictures did he take. So that's my part. I don't know how many pictures he took. I know that it can hold a total or a whole of 400. On that camera, he's using, I can take 400 pictures. I can't take 500. I can't take 6. I can take up to 400 pictures. But he didn't use the whole thing. I'm trying to figure out how many pictures he used. So now here, I multiply 400 times 24. And again, if you do not know, use a calculator, but that should be 96. I'm going to double check just to make sure. 400 times 24, and then I know I've got the 2 zeros at the end. 9,000, I'm smart. So then I have 100. I'm going to divide 9,600 or 9,600 by 100. And again, use my rules of my zeros and cross these two off. So that equals 96. So there are 400 pictures on the camera. How many did he take? Well, he only took 96 pictures. Now you notice in these word problems, my X were in two different places. Your X is not always your whole. Your X is not always your part. It depends on what you are looking for. That's why the first thing you have to do is figure out what's my part, what's my whole. And like I said, if you want to draw a little shape and a big shape and try to visually see which one is the part and which one is the whole, which number is smaller, which number is bigger, then please do that. I'm using circles. If you want to use a smiley face, use a smiley face. Just make sure if you're using this strategy, one shape is smaller than the other. All right, so Carlos installed 45 light bulbs at the school. That was 35% of the number of light bulbs that he needed to install. How many light bulbs will he install when he finishes? Well, you see, I already put my percent here. So now 45, is that my part? Or is that my whole? Well, the question says, how many light bulbs will he install when he finishes? So he's not done. That means he's going to install more than 45 light bulbs. So that's not, 45 is my part. I don't know my whole. Again, 45 is my part. I don't know the whole because he's not done. He's got to install more light bulbs. So I have 45 times 100. And again, use my knowledge of zeros. Oops, wrong place. And divide that by 35. And again, use a calculator if you do not know. This one might be, not sure. Okay, so I was going to say, I think this one might be a decimal. I'm just going to round it to the nearest whole number. 120, actually that 5 rounds that up to a 9. So that is 129. So he will have installed 129 light bulbs once he is done installing light bulbs. Carlos, that's a lot of work. All right, so now what I'm going to do here is I want you to pause the video, work this one out, and then see if what you got is the same thing that I got. So pause it, and then work it out, and then hit play and see if you got what I got. Okay, so out of 800 students at Paul D. West, 70% like rap music. How many students like rap music? Again, part, that's a little circle. Let me make it a little bigger. So part, stop laughing at my circles. Whole, out of 800 students at Paul D. West, 70% like rap music. How many students like rap music? So clearly all of the students don't like rap music. This says out of 800. That means there are 800 students at the school and only some of them like rap music. Not everyone does. So 800 is my total, that's my whole, that's all the students in the school. I'm going to figure out how many do like rap music. So 800 times 70, again, use my zeros, 56, 2, 3. Because I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. And 56,000, oops, I put that in the wrong spot. 1,000 divided by 100, the number I did not use. And again, use my knowledge of zeros. That's 560. So 800 students in the school, 70% like rap music. That means 560 students out of this 800 like rap music. So if that's what you got, give yourself a pat on the back.
Yay!